through and through. Oh, the Toon Review. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. By the fans, for the fans, through and through. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. 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 Go!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review for tonight's match preview of Newcastle United versus Chelsea. I am joined tonight by Stato, as we will be taking a closer look at the game. We'll obviously get Alex's thoughts on the performance against Fulham and all the stories coming from the different sides of the journalists as well. We'll tackle it all tonight. We'll try and put a team together. God knows what he's going to do defensively. We will try and negotiate that little hurdle that Eddie Howe has got tomorrow. Of course, match predictions. But if you do enjoy the show, please give it a thumbs up as usual. And please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Memberships are available. Now, I am giving some more prizes away tonight. So you have to be in it to win it. Memberships by hitting that join button just underneath the two of us. And of course, super chats are available, which is the $ at the bottom of the live chat. That will guarantee your comment to be read out live on the show. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening, Paul. Good everybody. Good everybody. Oh, let's try. Let's wake up for Friday. Good evening to the Magpie Massive and everybody out there in Viewerland. Happy Friday.
Indeed. It is known as, of course, Black Eye Friday tonight, as punch-ups are expected.
Big market.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Today I completed half of my radiotherapy, says Brian. Nice one, Brian. Keep fighting, buddy, and stay very, very strong. Right, I haven't had a chance to speak to you, Alex, since obviously the Fulham game. What did you think?
Mixed performance.
Yeah.
We were, especially in the first half an hour, we were so incredibly leaky and easy to play around, through, over the top of, upside down, backwards, sideways, and bent over. We are far too easy to break down, and it's not good. And how long can we keep allowing people to say, oh, we've got one of the best midfields in the league. We've got some of the best midfielders and we're so strong and structured and so physical. The people that are saying this are remembering us from a while ago. I've not seen us like that for a long time. Fulham absolutely cut us to pieces in a lot of places. And I don't want to be a negative Nelly. We won.
Oh, don't
play some really nice stuff.
Whatever you do, don't, Alex.
We played some really nice stuff, and there were some really good standouts. So that there were definitely some really good takeaways and some really good positives. Jan Visser was incredible. Could have scored a hat trick, in my opinion.
Yeah,
put himself in some great positions. So there were some really, really good things to take from the game. But then there were some negatives as well. And let's not forget, Fulham are not world beaters, so we really need to.
What did you make of the decision that in defence, Alex? You know, the fact that he moved Livramento over and he put Miley back in right back, because there was a little bit of disappointment, I guess, amongst a lot of people that he didn't really give Alex Murphy a start when that seemed like the perfect opportunity to start Alex Murphy. Livramento's played a lot of, even if he left Livramento out completely, because Livramento's played a lot of football since he's come back. He's never had a rest. And of course, now he's injured again. Were you disappointed not to see Murphy start?
No, I'm not. No? I'm not disappointed. Look, it's ultimately none of us have seen Alex Murphy enough to be banging the drum for him. Is it weird? Absolutely, it is a bit weird because he was quite trusted. He was one of the ones that was very well thought of. He was, a lot of the journalists were doing articles on him. He was very well thought of in the youth setup, and we did think, especially with a reasonably good loan, we thought he was going to start coming into the fold a bit more. So I agree with you, but I'm not disappointed. I'm just a bit confused because his trajectory kind of implied he was going.
I think confusion more than disappointing. Yeah.
But again, Eddie Howe sees the training, and we don't. So if he's going to say, "I want these players instead," fine. Like, this is not a Dan Burn at left back situation. This is different. You've just got to go with what the manager thinks is right. And we won the game at the end of the day. So, and Alex Murphy did get some minutes, and he looked okay. So that'll do his confidence the world of good. So, it's just a shame that we've had to lose Tino to an injury. That is really, really bad. And it looks like Mr. Matt Targett needs to come straight back off loan and drive up north a little bit more, get back in the northeast, and then we probably buy one as well. Another.
I'm not even Alex. I am not even contemplating that situation. Okay. And he was asked. He was asked about it this morning. If there's been any contact with Middlesbrough, and he said absolutely not. There's been no contact at all, and he said he doesn't think there'll be any contact until there needs to be, which I was a little taken aback on, because he was very look, the press conference lasted 20 minutes this morning. It was
I saw it was a 21-minute press conference.
Yeah,
I've not listened to it yet.
He didn't want to be there. He sounded a little bit under the weather. He was sniffing a lot. He sounded quite
tough shit. He's lost the derby. He'll turn up and speak.
But I don't think. I think some of his answers were very quick fire. It was I've watched the Geordie journals since. Dominic and Jordan Curran were both in there this morning and asked questions, and they'd done a video afterwards, and they thought, he didn't particularly want to be there. But the situation with Tino is, again, he said it doesn't look to be serious, but it's enough to keep him out until 2026. That's what he said.
It's the 19th of December, so that doesn't sound. It's not as scary as it sounds.
No.
Unless
he's not given any sort of indication of when in 2026 he comes back. But the fact is, he's going to miss some crucial games, which is massively disappointing. That he's going to miss at least 2 games. He's going to miss this one. He's going to miss the Manchester United one, which you could say we need him. There's still no sign of Trippier coming back, Kraft coming back, Botman coming back. Dan Burn obviously out injured as well. There's no real return dates for any of them. Lewis Hall,
Matt Targett.
Well, Lewis Hall is expected to play tomorrow. I think the way Eddie sounded in the press conference was that he was pretty happy with Lewis Hall, and he said he should be available. Nick Pope is the closest out of all of them. Whether or not Nick Pope
needs to be rotated.
Well, look, I'm still getting. I don't know whether you saw a couple of the shows during the week, Alex, but the matchday live show when we conceded against Fulham, there was a lot of people having to go at Ramsdale saying he should have saved that header. I was like, "Are you having a laugh?" No, it was buried from 6 yards out. And some people were saying, "Oh, Pope saves that all day long," and I'm like, he just doesn't, does he? Dan with the super chat here, Paul. You know that Fulham goal scored. Pope makes that save. There you go. But he's fishing. Let's get stuck into them. How are the lads? But it's for me, it's a worry because as well as Miley did it right back, Alex, it's a whole different kettle of fish when you take it on Chelsea and what they have to offer.
Yeah, it certainly. I don't know. Let's not be overly harsh to Fulham. They're a good side.
Well, Kevin didn't turn up, did he? I mean, he came on as substitute in the league and looked really good, but he was dreadful on Wednesday for Fulham. Couldn't get going at all.
Chelsea have got a million different players they're going to be able to use. I mean, Garnacho seems to be the one that all the websites are suggesting because they've got quite a lot of injuries. Esteban, Liam Delap out. It's one of those things. There's nothing else we can do. There's a lot of people talking about Matt Targett in January. No, I know that. I know, of course, we can't recall him until Jan, but we've got a lot of games, guys. We're currently playing people who aren't fullbacks as fullbacks, and it's we've got a game on the 4th of Jan. No, we haven't. That's Chelsea. Where have we got? We will have 2 or 3 games within the first week of of January. We need to get him recalled day
I'll
one.
tell you right now, Alex, because it's all.
Yeah, we've
in
got
my calendar.
Palace on January the 4th, Leeds on January the 7th, both at home. Two
Well,
winnable games.
We've got Newcastle. We've got Chelsea tomorrow. We've got Manchester United on Boxing Day. We've got Burnley on the 30th. Then we've got Palace on the 4th. The games are coming thick and fast. You're right.
Well, we ultimately we might look at a fullback to buy. I say that I'm hopeful. This is what
he did say,
I'm
Alex.
hoping, gut feeling wise. But
he was asked about the fullbacks, and he said he will not buy anybody just for the short term. That was his exact words. He'll not buy anything for the short term. So,
but this is a long-term purchase anyway.
Absolutely. I agree.
We need somebody, because Trippier's 35 and Dan Burn's not a fullback. So we absolutely need another. We need a versatile fullback who is going to be able to try and compete with Hall and Livramento and be okay with that. That is absolutely what we need.
That's a major problem trying to attract, though, isn't it, Alex? Trying to attract a player who knows he's not going to be the number one. He's, it's difficult.
It's not about them. Well, no, it's not about them knowing they're not going to be number one. You tell them they can be if they develop properly, if they play well enough. Anybody can play in this team if they put up the numbers and they do the business. So they're not infallible. Hall and Livramento. We're not married to specific players in this team, and why not? I mean, and the reason I want Matt Targett to be recalled is exactly what we've just talked about. You've got so Palace at home on the 4th of Jan, Leeds on the 7th of Jan, Bournemouth in the FA Cup on the 10th, and then Man City at St James's Park in the Carabao Cup semi-final on the 13th. We've got 4 games within the first
That's incredible.
13 days of January. And even if we do go and buy a fullback, they're not going to be either in yet or ready to play 4 matches within the first 13 days of January. It's absolutely not. So we need Matt Targett back just for numbers, for body. We absolutely need it. So
Chris says the truth is Eddie has hung on to too many for too long. Majority of defence is over 30 when injuries become more frequent and longer to recover from. Super chat's coming in here. Yes, lad, Alex is here. Same brain as me, maybe 80% of the time. Here's a few clueless fans out. There's a few clueless fans out there. Hate to say it. Good to see you, boys. Insanity says, what positions would you prioritise in January, even though we haven't spent money in Jan since Gordon and Ashby in 2023? Then he wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't commit to anything. Weirdly enough, Alex, he said that the transfer window hasn't been discussed. Now, I can't believe.
Well, obviously, that's not true.
Yeah, I cannot believe that we're getting to a week away or 2 weeks away, whatever it is, and nobody has discussed the window. Now, maybe he was talking about certain positions or certain players. I don't know, but it was just a little bit weird. And he said they're going to look at the injury situation when the window opens and then make a decision on whether they need to go and recruit, because obviously we might have a few players back from injury.
But he's just said he's not going to recruit based on the short term.
Well,
so that's completely contradictory to his previous point.
Yeah, that's what I got confused about. It was.
I'm sorry, I don't want to call Eddie Howe a liar, but we're on the 19th of December. So the fact that they employ scouts, analysts, and they've got an entire network of people coordinating this, are you telling me he's not sat down in one meeting about recruiting for the youth team, about first team players, about rotational players, about injury crisis, about profiles, sign-offs? What does he think about X, Y, and Z? Are you telling me he's not sat in a single meeting? We're on the 19th of December. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
I generally think, obviously, he's not wanting to commit anything towards the transfer window. I think lessons have been learned in that.
He needs to keep his cards close to his chest.
Yes, but on the flip side of it, we're not stupid. We really aren't stupid as fans. We know what.
Although some of the way the transfers work, it wouldn't surprise me if it's not a smooth process.
Nothing is with Newcastle, Alex. Nothing seems to be a smooth process.
Well, we're giving him all this credit that it probably is quite a polished process, and he's just hiding it to keep his cards close to his chest. But maybe we're being too generous, because all of the transfers, we don't have the clauses in contracts for players that we sell. We don't extract maximum value. Transfers that when we try to buy players, it's quite lengthy. We're overpaying a lot. I don't think we've really had a bargain recently. A lot of the players we've had to pay for, we've had to pay a good whack for. I think Malik Chow we got fortunate with. We still paid a reasonable amount of money for him in terms of the market. So maybe we're being too generous. Maybe it's not a polished process and they really need to get the house in order.
Well, Andy says, exactly, Alice. I shouted at the screen when he said that. It was a ridiculous comment. Obviously talking about Eddie in the transfer window. Warren says, Kevin, the carrot didn't turn up. Miley sprouted up. Oh, Warren's off on one again. It's a Friday night. And Geordie Revolution has gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you very, very much for that. That's very, very kind. What's this one from Michael? Says, like everyone else, I'm disappointed with Elanga. Watched some of his exploits with Forest on YouTube yesterday, and he really did look half decent.
Looks like a different player.
Yeah, he's not
weird.
I mean, look, people say it's the system and things like that, and he needs time. Eddie mentioned, he did say this one that a couple of people aren't benefiting from being on the training pitch. Now, I just wonder if he's actually.
How do you not benefit? But that's a weird comment.
So I guess he's talking about Elanga, the likes of Jacob Ramsey, those who haven't hit the ground running that he wants to do. He wants to have more time with on the training pitch. I don't know.
Did he say it in that way? Certain players aren't benefiting from time on the training pitch.
Hang on now. I wrote it down. Just bear with us.
That's...
I actually did a U this morning, Alex, and I watched it and made notes at the same time.
That's a good way of doing it.
Absolutely. So I wasn't just reading his comments off social media. I actually wrote everything down. Right, let's have a look.
Because it'd be good to try and read through the lines of that. It depends on how he's phrased it. Because he definitely doesn't prep press conferences quite as much as he used to. You can just tell.
He did talk about the relentless run of games, and the club have to get used to that in the future.
Absolutely.
Apparently, Newcastle United like the early kickoffs as well, Alex, which I found astounding given our performances in them over the last few years. I don't know where that one came from.
Who did he? So he said that as a club we like them, or
the
lads,
or no? He said basically he was talking about recovery time, obviously from the week the game. Chelsea getting better all the time, he said, but there's a short recovery time for us. But we like the early kickoffs, so we will see what happens. But what he said about the training, Alex, was he's finding it difficult not to get certain players on the training pitch. So
not to get certain players. What?
I'm finding it difficult not to get certain players on the training pitch, because basically the question came as, has he seen the last few weeks as a real grind? Has he had problems? Does he see it as a grind? And he denied it was a grind. He said it's been hard work, but it's very enjoyable to be still in all competitions. And then he said the Premier League is the priority, of course. But with the amount of games that we are playing, we're finding it difficult not to get certain. Well, to that degree, we're finding it difficult, obviously, because we're not training, we're not getting certain players on the training pitch. But look, if he's talking about Elanga and Ramsey, Alex, then I don't understand, because Ramsey looked a different player at Aston Villa. He's not the. Billy made a good point yesterday, saying that he's not. Ramsey wasn't bought to be this midfield combative player. He's an attacking player. He's a forward-thinking player. Because we said Ramsey did some of the dirty work on Wednesday night that didn't really pick up on the cameras. But he does keep going back to this train, and it's something that a lot of journalists have picked up on as well, and saying, well, look, the likes of Pep Guardiola and managers in the past who've been managers of the very top teams who are considered successful on a regular basis, they're playing 3 games a week. They don't get their players on the training pitch as much as they'd want to either. But that's just life at the top end of the spear, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on squad quality and depth, a combination of those two. And we bought new players in the summer, hoping that they were all going to be first team contributors, and they've not been. Wissa's not played; he's played once and a few sub minutes, and then Alanga's not hit the ground running. You know, we let Miggy and Murphy slap each other for 2 years and see who was going to work, and then we've rolled the dice on a shiny new expensive winger, and it's not worked yet. I'm going to say yet. So yeah, we and then Ramsey as well has not come in and he's not come in and broken into the first team. Absolutely not. So basically, none of the transfers of that it has given us depth certainly, so we can rotate, but it's not going to given us the depth that I think we wanted. We wanted, I think, more. We wanted them to be better earlier, a bit quicker. Which is it unfair? I don't know. Considering how much of a drama everything was with sporting directors and transfers and making sure we get the right profile of player, understand the culture and the right attributes. There was such an emphasis on all of that. So the fact that we've got a few of them, it's not quite clicked is really annoying. And I've got a controversial hot take here, Paul. I think we need to get knocked out of the FA Cup. I don't think we can hack all of this. I think we're done. Against Bournemouth on the 10th of January, we've got 9 games in January. We've got to play Bournemouth in the FA Cup,
9 games.
then Man City in the semi-final, and then we've got 2 Champions League games. We've also got to play PSV and PSG in that month in Jan. We've got an FA Cup game, a Carabao Cup game, 2 Champions League games, and like 4 Premier League games or 5 Premier League games. It's too much. It's just too much. I think we need to lose to Bournemouth. We probably won't, but hopefully not.
Well, Eddie's never beaten them.
I don't think we've got it in us. And guys, I know people are not going to be happy I've said that. I don't want to go out of the FA Cup. Absolutely not. You know, Palace won it last year. It looks fantastic. Maybe we want to start collecting these different trophies. We want to grow, but I don't think we can hack it. Look at what we've been doing so far. I mean, maybe I'm being silly, and Wissa coming into the squad is gonna let us handle this. Don't know. Maybe. Sorry for that bombshell.
Yeah, my internet dropped a second there. Am I frozen on YouTube? I look like I'm frozen. Yeah, I'm. Oh, hang on a minute. It's reset itself. Yeah, I'm all right. Just had a drop of internet there. We got Trolls with a gifted Toon Review membership. I got Pink Acid Boots on, who's been a member for 38 months. Much love to you guys and the TTR family. Congrats on 45k, Paul and Alex. Thank you very much. Johnny is gifted a Toon Review membership. And Ian Fleming has been a member now for 40 months on the channel. Thank you very, very much indeed for that. Right. Do you think we should look at some stats, Alex? Have you got some stats to bring our way?
Yeah, we can have a little look. My sofa score's down though, which is annoying. Let's screen share. A bit of FOTMOB.
Simon Hammond has become a new member of the channel as well. Right, Alex, while you're starting to go through that, matey, I'm just going to dive into my prizes because I need to get them out the box.
Yeah, no worries. Right, let's have a look. What should we have a look at? Let's have a look at recent matches, what they think the lineup's going to be, and some general team statistics. So in the league, Chelsea are very much where I think we all want to be. I mean, ideally you'd want to be title challenging, but I think being consistently around 4th to 5th-ish is where we want to make sure we're staying for the majority of the season, so we don't have to do a 9-game spearhead attempt like we did last year. So unfortunately, they're in a good position. They've scored 27 goals and only conceded 15, so they've almost got sort of double output with a plus 12 goal difference. Ours is not so good reading. We've scored 21, conceded 20, so they've scored 6 more goals. And we've let in 5 more as well. It's not great. They're looking a lot healthier than us. Recent fixtures, they beat Cardiff 3-1 in the cup the other night. bit sluggish from them. They did require some subs to have a bit more umph. So I've heard. They dispatched Everton and a few choppy games before that. They lost to Atalanta, draw with Bournemouth, who Bournemouth kind of fallen off a little bit recently, and then a interesting loss against Leeds as well. So that's the last 5 games. Team form. It is early kickoff. Here's some season stats. This is the last starting 11. We'll have a look at the predicted 11 for tomorrow, but this is their last starting 11. And they've got a reasonable spread of goal contributions and ratings here. Reece James with 4 goal contributions. I hate Reece James. I really do. I don't know why. I just don't like him as a player. Garnacho, Palmer, Neto. Neto's been pretty naughty this season. I'm a little bit scared of what he's going to do. Hopefully Lewis Hall is going to keep him very, very quiet. And the back line is a weird one. Trevor Chalobah, they tried to sign about 5 centre-halves and bin off Trevor Chalobah, and it's just ended up going full circle, and he's just back in the squad after, I think he got loaned to Palace. So really, really balanced team with a hell of a lot of different options. There's no Caicedo or anything in here in the last game. The predicted lineup is including Caicedo, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean,
so
they played Cardiff, didn't they? Was it Cardiff that played in the Carabao? So he made some changes, didn't he?
Indeed. So this is going to be an interesting game for us, especially if Garnacho on the left-hand side is very raw, unpredictable, difficult, annoying to play against. So it could be a tough game if we are putting Miley at right back again.
Mm-hmm.
Neto against Hall. I mean, I think it's a fairly good shout that Joe Linton's going to come back into the mixer with Miley being pushed out wide. Maybe Ramsey and Willock having a bit of a rest. Caicedo and Fernandes in midfield. This is where our midfield are going to have to put in work. They're really good because, I mean, I'm going to mirror exactly what I said earlier. All this waffle from everybody and us that we've got such a good midfield. We need to start showing it in games like this because we've not been doing it this season. So, although to be fair, Bruno, I think in the last month has massively stepped up.
Oh, he's stepped up.
Massively.
Yeah. 100%.
And Tonali's having a bit of a wobble in form, and Joe Linton certainly that there's one game where he's been himself, and that was the win against Man City. I've not seen him be his usual self in any other fixture bar that so far. So we could really do with the midfield switching on against this Chelsea team because it's a really balanced Chelsea side, good level of physicality, great control and passing ability. They've got speed. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. They've got people who can finish their dinner, certainly.
Yeah.
Shall we have a look at how they're actually profiling as a team, stat-wise?
Well, before you do that, Alex, I want to set the first competition away, if you don't mind. Yeah. Just got to read a couple of super chats out. Simon Hammond, a new member, of course. Trolls, a member for 47 months, says, for me, Howe needs to go. He never learns now how is forced to play the player that actually has worked. Michael McIntyre is celebrating a year of membership. Thank you, Michael, for your support. Warren says we need at least 3 to 5 signings in January to compete. That ain't happening, Warren. Yeah, 5 signings. Bloody hell's fire.
I'd be surprised if there's 1.
Yeah, and Thug Prog, David from Southern California checking in. He's going for 3-1 to Newcastle. This is the first prize we're giving away. This will look fantastic in a frame. There you go. Sorry for the green, but unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. It is the Carabao Cup winners poster with various photos on. It's signed by the full squad in this little bit here. It's all signed in there. There's some great pictures on there, great memories of the game. So that will look absolutely superb in a frame on your Newcastle United den wall. So we need now, let me just get me little giveaway tool up. That still doesn't sound right to me. Why do people call things tools? I don't know. Alex, what would you like the hashtag to be for this competition?
Hashtag tool.
Wow, okay. There you go. Hashtag Tool, TOOL. That is what you need to put in the chat. Remember, this is members only. So if you're not a member, it'll just get deleted anyway. So it's pointless. So if you are a member, hashtag Tool, TOOL, all in lowercase, for your chance to win this wonderful, wonderful reflection of a brilliant day. I'm not sure I used the right words there, but quite frankly, it's Friday night. I don't give a shit. We've got Chronic, member for 15 months, says, please like and subscribe to the best NUFC channel on YouTube and click notification bell to never miss out on great content. Thank you, Chronic. And Kevin's been a member for 3 months. Evening, guys. Alex, get your tattoo done before the final of the Carabao Cup, and I'll donate £50 to a charity of your choice. Wow. And Stefan's gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you, Stefan. So whoever has got that, you can now enter for the prize. So that's hashtag Tool. Right, let's look at some Chelsea stats so far this season, Alex.
So, I mean, we've seen that they're good in terms of output, goals scored, and defensive record. They are joint second in the league with Palace, surprisingly. Conceding 0.9 goals per match, which is very, very good. That would be less than 38 in a season, which is fantastic. They are top 4 for goals per match, goals scored per 90. 1.7 goals is really, really good output as well. Clean sheets, joint top, 8th, or 8 of them. Average possession, again, we talked about this. Physicality with a high level of technical quality, good balance, good structure. It shows in their possession statistics. They are able to control games. That I feel like they are starting to move away from being that really young, naive team that we were describing 2 years ago. They recruited a lot of players, a lot of really young, high potential players. They've got a bit more umph now, a bit more maturity. Definitely shows in the way they play, although not against Cardiff. XG super high as you would expect. Shots on target, again, the metrics, they are where they are in the table. They're deservedly there for the output. A lot of these statistics suggest similar. Accurate long balls, middle of the park. They're direct when they need to be. The passing statistics reflect the possession. They're tidy on the ball. What else we got? Any crosses? Okay, they don't tend to use their wingers as much, considering they've bought about 19 wingers. It's curious that this is so low. Right, it's not that it's low, it's that it's just lower than 15 other teams. So maybe not quite as much. It doesn't mean they're not going to cross the ball, though. But 3.6 accurate crosses per 90. I don't know if they include when you win a header from a corner. I don't know if that gets included in this data. I'm not sure. Penalties awarded. Bloody hell, Brentford have had 7 penalties.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Well, Chelsea have had 1. Let's make sure we don't give them any. We don't want to give them any penalties because apparently they don't get them. Touches in opposition box, high again, high level of control. Have we got any? Oh, look at us. Look at us. We're winning something. Most corners in the league
this season. Holy shit.
You'll never sing that.
Imagine if we scored loads of goals from corners, which, to be fair, we're starting to do a little bit now.
Well, we need to keep going with it. XG conceded. They are, I mean, this is the other way around. 15 means they're good. Interceptions per match. I like this. This is always something I highlight that I like in a team. It means that you are quite positionally proficient. Is that a good phrase? You're good at blocking passing lanes and plucking out the pass. You've got a good eye. You read the game well. You're well structured. You know, your teammates are all in the right place. You're organised, and that, you know, and Burnley 10 as well is quite interesting. So, and in terms of tackles, they are down in 15th. So, in terms of being hyper aggressive on the press, not that they can't press, they're more about blocking passing options and passing lanes.
Yeah,
which is interesting. Saves per match, they're really low down, but that is probably because they're such high possession, a lot of control as well. Not really much need for it. High press is right in the middle. Clearances, again, they've got a lot of control. What about the discipline? Are they naughty? They're fairly naughty. 11.6 fouls
they're
per
like
match,
getting stuck in.
Yeah, middle of the pack. Red cards. Oh, they've had 4 red cards. All right,
yes,
let's wind people up then. Let's definitely wind people up.
Go for them. Interesting. I mean, to be honest, Alex, I do have to say when when you look at those stats and the way things are going at the minute for us, it is a worry. But this
I
is just
disagree.
well, I was going to put that. I was going to come in with
I
a
have
but.
reasoning, but
Yeah, but I think this might be the time for us to, like you mentioned before, the midfield to step up and just kickstart us a little bit. Why aren't you worried about it though?
I feel like this is the type of game that we play better in. It's a harder game. It's something to play up to. You have to fight and you have to keep the levels there. And it's at home as well. We've done this against Manchester City this season. We've turned up. I know our mentality late on in games has been very poor, but even if we don't beat this team, which we might not, I think we'll give it a better game. I really hope we don't capitulate, but we have been showing in this level of game that we will certainly fight and try and show our quality. And I think the players are motivated in bigger games as well. I know a lot of them say that they aren't. Bruno, to be fair, says that he's come out in interviews and said this a few times because he speaks from the heart. And he does say, we need to beat these kinds of teams, and we play so well against the big teams. And he said this before in interviews.
Yeah.
So I think we will be in the right gear for this game. It doesn't always mean you're going to win, but I'm a little bit more.
Chelsea's record at St James's, though, Alex, over the latest sort of several seasons has been pathetic. We've had the better of them for a while at St James's.
And please don't twist my words, guys, about the derby, because it's a big game, but Sunderland are not a big team. Absolutely not a big team. In terms of the level of like some of the Champions League opposition we played against and Man City and this Chelsea team, it's very different. It's very much setting up to not get snatch and grabbed, which is what happened to us against Sunderland. We played badly. We got snatched and grabbed. We scored the goal for them. This is different. We can play up. They're not good enough to play up. We can play up. We've got the quality to do that. It's completely different.
Yeah. Martin, who's been a member for 19 months, says, thank you, TTR, for all your honest opinions and up-to-date content. Love the channel and chat. Thank you, Martin. Peter says, Paul, listen to your video earlier regarding the press conference. Why would we want to sign a left-back in January when we already have one in Alex Murphy? Well, Peter, I don't know whether you've noticed, but he doesn't seem to fancy Alex Murphy. But it's a good point. And listen, I agree. I think Alex Murphy's a very common left-back, but Alex makes a good point earlier on in the show. We don't see Alex Murphy in training. We don't see what necessarily Eddie sees and to make those decisions. Spike has gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you, Spike. And Trolls has gifted another one. Thank you very much, guys. Very, very kind. And those of you that have been given free memberships, please do say thank you in the chat. And, of course, you can now enter the competitions, which we are going to do the draw for the first one. That is going to be the memorabilia from the Carabao Cup, the photo montage. Is that on the screen, Alex? Can we see it?
It is, yeah.
Right, here we go. Who is going to be the winner tonight of the photo montage? It is David Smith. David Smith, you are a winner. Now we need you to get in the chat and let us know that you have won. David Smith, where are you? I'm not playing the music, Alex. I meant to get some Christmassy music. I'm going to do that for our little Christmas show next week. So I'm going to wait for that music. There he is. He's there. David, send an email to contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com. Oh, no. He says yes, David, you did win last night. He is asking to redraw. Oh, David, that's very kind, matey. That is very, very kind. Redraw. Thank you very much, David. That is extremely kind, by the way. You're in the draw. You can win it, but that's extremely kind, David. So we draw again. Thanks to David's generosity there. And the winner is Toonlass 66. Toonlass 66. You have won the photo montage. Now we need you to get in the chat and let us know that you know you've won. So where are you, Toon Lass? Waiting for confirmation. Of course, YouTube's a little bit behind, so we'll just we'll give Toon Lass a little bit extra time here. Still waiting. Come on, Toon Lass, where are you?
Yeah, she's there.
Eh? Where? Oh, yeah. Oh, your chat came up quicker than mine there, matey. Well done, Toon Lass. Right, what you need to do is send an email to contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com. That is contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com. It's also in our show's description about halfway down. In the subject, please put Carabao Cup photo collage, and in the subject, your address. Sorry, in the main email, your address, and we'll ping that out to you, Toon Lass. Well done, and congratulations. Right, we're going to pick a team now, which is going to be very difficult. But before we do that, I'm going to show 2 prizes that we're giving away. So you can enter for both of these at the same time. So 1 comment, 1 hashtag will enter you for both competitions. So the first prize is a Newcastle United silver water bottle.
Ooh.
Look at that, Alex. Look at that.
Am I into this one?
That is a lovely piece of kit. So this is a Newcastle United water bottle. The other draw is for the Newcastle United 2026 calendar, in which we gave 2 of these away last night. This is the other one. So you are entering for the water bottle and the calendar. So you can enter. You have to be members, of course. And the hashtag that I'm going to pick for this one is... Oh, I don't know what the hashtag is going to be. Just a simple one. A very simple one. Hashtag TTR. Hashtag TTR, all in lowercase. And that will enter you into both draws for the calendar and for the water bottle. Some great prizes. There he is. Stato enters immediately before anybody else seems to get going on that. So get involved, guys. If you are a member, hashtag TTR. Some fantastic prizes again. The calendar, of course, and the water bottle. And while you're doing that, we will try and put a team together, Alex, which ain't going to be easy if we're talking about the defenders. So Livramento needs to be moved into the handbag.
He does indeed. Let's go put him over there.
Yeah, that handbag's not looking great. I wouldn't put Pope out yet, mate. He hasn't. Oh, no, he's back in training. Yes, so he can come out of there. He is back in training. So
Cells is still missing.
Yeah, Byrne needs to go in the handbag.
Byrne does need to go in the handbag.
Yes. Oh, actually, Alex, on Lascelles, he was asked about Lascelles this morning. And
thank God. It's only a month late from the journalist.
The answer he gave was just a very quick answer saying, Jamal isn't feeling good in his body at the moment. So won't be back anytime soon.
He wasn't injured, was he?
I don't know, but he's not feeling good in his body at the minute, is what Eddie Howe said. That's the exact words. He's not feeling good in his own body.
But he wasn't injured at any point. Or am I just not remembering that right?
I guess it's just the recovery period still from the injury.
Of what, though? Yeah, but he played a bit. He came in and played a bit.
I thought he played a bit, yeah, but that's what he's saying. Don't expect Jamal Lascelles back anytime soon.
Give him a testimonial and sell him, because this is getting ridiculous now.
Well, that's what I thought.
Anyway. Right.
Matty Duncan, you're not a member. Nice try, though. So that's going to be the back 4. It has to be tomorrow. Yeah.
It's gonna be probably Noah Langer, Mr. Jacob Murphy, and probably the main. I mean, I would prefer Barnes. A few of the websites are suggesting Gordon. No, it's got to be Barnes. Absolutely has to be Barnes.
Well, listen, everybody's predicting Gordon, and I agree with you, Alex. I think Barnes has done nothing to be dropped for. He's probably one of our better players right now, and you do not leave your better players sitting on their arse, surely.
Gordon's contribution so far this season was a tap in at Barcelona and lots of penalties.
No assists since January in the Premier League.
Really poor individual performances on the whole. And that Derby show was his worst game. He's not earned the right to start in a game like this. We need a win. We're at home. Barnes is putting in good performances and he's scoring quite a lot as well. Barnes has to play in this match. Gordon does not deserve to start. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm not even talking about that. I'm literally talking about deserving to be on the pitch. Gordon does not deserve to be on the pitch for a match of this caliber because he's let us down in a lot of these games.
Well, look, I mean, Eddie says it in his press conference. If you come into the side and you perform, you'll stay in the team. Now, he may use the quick turnaround from Wednesday to Saturday lunchtime as a reason to put Barnes on the bench.
No, it can't be. Absolutely can't be. The one for me that's the question mark is Voltemada or Wissa, because one played 2/3 of the game. One of them played the last third of the game.
Well, he was he asked about Wissa, and he said he was very pleased with Wissa's performance and the fitness levels that he showed. He said he didn't necessarily think he would be on the pitch for that long. He didn't expect him to be on the pitch for that long, but Wissa felt comfortable. He felt fit. He felt good. That's why he didn't come off earlier. So whether that's an indication that he's going to play Wissa, I don't know.
I'm putting that down then. If he's made a reference to it, to how he's impressed with his fitness, I'm comfortable doing that. I was very 50-50 with it, but if he's made a reference to it, then I feel like that's a subconscious thing. And I know we're getting psychological here, but genuinely, and I think Voltemada needs. We need to protect him. He's scored the own goal in the derby. He hit the ground running with some great goals. He's got 7 goals so far. He's done well, but he's young. We need to protect him. I think it's time for him to be rotated adequately.
Well, look, it may well be. I think Voltemada, I don't know. Just Billy made reference to it on Wednesday when we made the changes. We kind of looked disjointed again. Before we went on to win the game, we were sort of, Voltemada is very much a player who plays with his back to goal. Wissa, on the other hand, is a striker who plays. He's on the last man all
the time.
Yeah, and he made some brilliant. And if I don't know whether you noticed Wednesday, Alex, the amount of times that we were trying to, they saw Wissa's runs through the channels and were trying to play it through. That will come together in time. I have no doubt about that. The timing of the passes, the timing of the running will all come together the more Wissa plays. But that, for me, excited me that we've actually got a striker there who is making those runs. I don't personally think Voltemada would have been in that position to score the goal that Wissa did on Wednesday because he doesn't make those kind of runs. So for me, it's exciting to see a proper number 9 there, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. I'm toying with the idea of formation changes, and I just don't think he does it. Although I was very angry with how often we went to a back 5 against Fulham. I thought that was ridiculous. I don't see how he's going to. I mean, he could in this game. We might see, because we do vary between the 5-4-1 and the 4-5-1 depending on who it is and why. But this kind of lineup allows us to drop into this shape where necessary.
Miley's a centre back, Alex. I think Murphy defensively is risky for me because he completely switched off for Fulham's equaliser. He didn't track Robinson until he saw the ball at Robinson's feet, and then he thought, "Oh shit, I've missed him there." Incidentally, Alex, an interesting point was made. He was asked in the press conference if he sees Joe Linton as somebody that could come and help on the defensive line should the injuries stay there for a while. And he didn't rule it out. He said that's a possibility. He said it's not in my immediate thoughts, but it is a possibility.
So we've used him and Elliot Anderson historically as so Joe Linton has dropped in there before against Spurs.
Yeah.
And he's also dropped in left back but more so there.
Yeah, I'd prefer him there.
More so in
I'd
that
prefer
kind of
him there,
shape.
to be honest, if he was going to use Joe
And
Linton like that.
not as a permanent position. In certain
no.
phases and situations, he will just
Yeah.
drop into that sort of space.
Which may well be the case tomorrow, Alex. We may well see that when Chelsea have the ball. We may well see Joe Linton drop into a back five. I don't think it helps us.
I don't want to see us concede
no, I don't.
so much possession.
Well, listen, if we concede possession to Chelsea, Chelsea have the players capable of breaking us down. And I don't think we're very good at sitting back.
What I mean is, I don't mind us dropping back into a defensive shape to limit space.
Yeah.
But I feel like recently we've been dropping back into that defensive shape far too early and in moments where it's not necessary. It'll be, if we don't quite win the ball on the high press, we immediately drop back off really, really deep. Whereas historically, it's not been like that. We'll try and challenge them to not let them play through the middle or out to the flanks. And then if they do manage to progress up the pitch, then we drop into a different shape. But I feel like we've been dropping into that scared shape far too early. I don't know if you get what I mean by that, if you feel the same way, but I just want us to have a little bit more fight.
I agree, 100%. I want to see that fight back. I don't want to see us just knocking the ball back to Chelsea and letting Chelsea dictate play. I just don't want to see that anymore. I think it's very much our weak point. I think we're better. I think we're better defensively as well when we play like that, Alex. To be fair,
we're aggressive.
Yeah, it just seems that the whole system fits when we do that. But I just don't think he starts Barnes tomorrow, Alex. As much as I agree with you, and I want Barnes to play, I just think he's going to use the fact that he played Wednesday night as an excuse not to start him at lunchtime on a Saturday. I think Gordon starts.
Yeah. Do we think Willock or Ramsey are going to get any minutes or start?
No. I think he goes with his what I call his trusted three, but they haven't been very trustworthy of recent times.
Is Willock not back yet? He's taking ages.
No, he's still injured.
Recover.
I think he's gone in January anyway, matey, to be fair. Well, I think they're just holding him back. G, a member for 31 months, says, hey, Paul and Alex, been a long time. Haven't been on due to work and time difference. It's 3:30 a.m. here. Love the work you're all doing. Keep rocking. 3-1 to us. Thank you, Chi. Joe has gifted... Where's that gone? There it is. Joe's gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you very much, Joe. Chris says, good evening, gents. Congratulations on your 45K. How about a big TDR party when subs match St. James's capacity? It'll not be long now. Oh, yeah. John Southern is a new member of the channel. Thank you, John. Warren says, that team looks better than I thought. 3-1 to the Toon. I think that was before we put Gordon back in, by the way. And Spike says, go to low block far too much. Press them and don't let them play. Well, that's the kind of game I want to see, Alex. Not giving them any time on the ball, playing the Newcastle United way as we've become accustomed to. Well, maybe it's not the custom season, but you know what I mean.
I don't think that's our way anymore.
Really? You think he's totally scrapped that?
We don't play that way anymore. Not at all. The press is completely different, and it's everything we've just talked about before as well. How we drop into shape, when we drop into shape.
Yeah.
How aggressive we are in the press, how frequent we are with the press. You could even probably look at the amount of high intensity sprints and various other things. If you go and have a look at all of the above, everything's going to be trending down compared to like 12 months ago. We just don't play the same way at all.
Yeah.
And it is a shame because we all really enjoyed that, because when we played that way, we could beat anybody in the world. Anybody. If we turn up, you beat any team in the world. I don't feel like we're that kind of team anymore. I feel like I feel less confident saying that. Do you remember when Klopp got Liverpool to sing early on, when the season that they lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League final, when there was the Karius head injury? That season, they were just steamrolling teams, 5-0, 4-1, 5-1, because they would strangle you. You could not, when they were in that mood, you just couldn't stop them. We had elements of that 12 to 18 months ago, where I think we could just turn up, and if we felt like it, we could beat anybody, absolutely anybody in the world. And we're not that team anymore. Yeah, there's various reasons as to why, but we are a very different team. And we talked about this, but we're in a transitional phase now. We're trying to join the big boys, and we've got to learn how to play possession football. We've got to learn to control games. We've got to learn the mentality to not get really scared and lose leads late on, and all this that we're trying to navigate. It's a journey.
It is a journey, and I think that's Eddie's alluded to. I think he was asked in the previous press conference, and he got knocked a little bit. Do you think we've become we've regressed and we've gone backwards, etc.? And he doesn't believe that. He says we're in transition. We're trying different things. So it may be
a bit of both. He's a bit of both.
Yeah. I don't think we've looked as good as we had last season, but there's very different reasons.
We're taking a step back to try and take more steps forward.
Yeah.
Is how I would see the transition.
I've took a lot of abuse this week for the criticism that I've given to Eddie Howe. A lot, right? However, I want Eddie to turn this around. I love Eddie Howe, and I've stated that many times on this channel, that I want him to turn it around. Whether I believe he will or not is a different kettle of fish. I want to see how we turn up tomorrow. I want to see how we turn up against Manchester United. The away form has to improve. It has to improve. But I want Eddie to turn this around.
Can I just put a pin in this for everybody watching? I'm the only one of the hosts that's still Eddie in. I think the other three are already out now, I'm pretty sure. Or are you on the fence? I thought you went out. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm kind of out at the minute, because I think the way I'm feeling now is just that I think we need something fresh. We need something new. But on the flip side of that coin, Eddie can do that. He can freshen it up. He can make changes. But whether he will or not is the big question mark that I have hanging over my head. That's the only reason I'm there. And I just feel like the whole thing needs freshening up. We become a bit stale. And I don't like being stale. We haven't been good to watch this season, Alex, under Eddie. We haven't played good football. There's been 2 or 3 games where we've looked really good. The rest of it, we've played in patches, but a lot of people have said this as well, that they haven't enjoyed watching Newcastle this season. It's been very monotonous and just really difficult to watch.
A few early games, like even the Liverpool game that we lost, the first half an hour, we did all but score. We made them look
That's
pathetic.
What I mean.
We were
That's
outrageously
what I mean.
good.
Yeah.
But we've not been able to replicate that.
Yeah. By the way, Cecil says, I don't know his name, but the other bloke speaks so succinctly, Alex. I've never heard that word in my life. And I love the way he explains everything. He's got a lovely, soothing accent. Well, there you go, Alex.
Oh, well, thank you.
Indeed. So all I'm saying is that it's very inconsistent. And I think the Sunderland game, look, everybody's still very raw after the Sunderland game, after what happened and the fact that the team didn't turn up. And major questions came to the surface. And that's what I'm saying. I haven't enjoyed watching Newcastle a lot of the time this season when I've been commentating on the games. It's been very, very in and out. However, that's not to say that I don't want Eddie to turn it around, but he has to show me that he's willing to freshen things up. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the coming games. But it doesn't stop me supporting Eddie and supporting the team. That's what being a fan is all about. You still support them. And then after the games, that is when discussions are held. You start talking about what was good, what was not. Loki, I'm not being maybe he's talking about the way I said that comment. I was very patronizing, apparently. But whatever. Look, I'll support Eddie. I'll support the lads. And I'll keep doing that. But I will have my say if things don't go well. As usual, I'll be open and honest about how the way I'm feeling. Simple as. Anyway, time for the giveaways, Alex. Before we do our predictions, I'm just going to check and see if Mark sent in a super chat. I think when we go to a back five, it upsets the balance of the team and causes unnecessary chaos and disruption. Like Alex said, drop to a back five when needed. Yeah, well, I mean, football can be a very simple game at times, can't it? Made complicated by, I don't know, lots of different reasons. Anyway, let's do the draw. The first thing we're giving away is, of course, the Newcastle United water bottle. We've got over 100 members in this draw, so here we go. Let's see who is going to have the water bottle. It is James Feetham. James Feetham, you are the winner of the water bottle. Now just get in that chat and tell us that you know you've won. You got about 30 seconds, James. So let us see. I am here. Can you give it to Alex?
Oh, James, that's very kind of you. No,
Wow.
I feel like it should be redrawn.
Well, he
People
sent
give
it
stuff
to
me a
you.
lot.
He sent it to you, Alex. So,
All right, well,
to be
thank you.
fair,
I'll put something in there. I'll figure out something to contribute to the draw next time we do giveaways. But thank you, James.
so what is your decision, Alex? Are you keeping it?
I will, yeah. If that's where he wants it, then I will certainly take that off your hands, Paul.
Right. Okay. Right. So Alex is getting one. There you go. And I'm going to draw. James, I've got another one. I've got 2 water bottles here. So do you want one? Or do I need to redraw it? Let James, because
James, take it.
if I turn around and say, come on, James, let us know what you want to do, matey. Do you want us to redraw or do you want this other one that I've got?
We'll just do the draw for the calendar first while he's replying.
That's a good idea. Yes, Alex, that is a good idea. Can you keep an eye on the chat, Alex, while I do this, just to make sure that we don't miss his comment?
I will, yeah.
Right, here we go. This is for the calendar. And the winner of the calendar is Trevor MacDonald. Trevor, you have won. Now I need you to put in the chat that you know you've won as well, or do you want to redraw it, or do you want to send it to somebody?
I don't think James has said anything.
He said yes, redraw. Okay, so we'll do another draw for the right.
Redraw.
So Trevor's won the calendar. Trevor, send me an email to contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com. Put 2026 calendar in the subject, and then in the main body of the email, put your address, matey, and we'll fire that out to you very soon. I'm trying to get all the prizes away on Monday morning, first thing. Right, so we will redraw. This is for the water bottle again. I'll tell you what, it's always a big event when we do these giveaways. And the winner is Papa Luke. Sounds like a Star Wars character. Papa Luke, you are the winner. So we need to see Papa Luke in the chat to know that you've won. Come on, Papa Luke. There he is. Papa Luke is there. Email contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com. Put water bottle in the subject and your address in the main email, and we will ping that out to you guys. We've got more. I've got more here to give away, so don't worry. It's not the last of the giveaways here, but well done to our winners tonight. Right, Alex, prediction. Get your predictions in the chat, folks. Let us know what you think the game might be. Score predictions in the chat. Alex, come on then. What do you reckon?
I've predicted us to lose a lot recently, and we've lost a lot of those games, to be fair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go more positive. I do think, I hope we're gonna play up in this game and be up for the challenge. Again, it's at home as well. I'm gonna go 3-1 to us.
3-1 to Newcastle.
3-1, yeah.
Jesus, Alex.
4 red card Chelsea. You never know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to go for a more positive game.
That's very true. Well, I mean, 3-1. I didn't expect you saying that, Alex. I'm going 4-1 to Newcastle.
Cool.
I agree with you. I think we turn up tomorrow. I've just got this feeling. Everything seems against us right now. the stats that we've just seen for Chelsea, etc. I just think that Chelsea have this thing about St. James's Park where they seem to capitulate. And I just think if we go at them tomorrow, I may be dreaming, Baz, but it's a nice dream to have. It's a nice dream to have.
I don't think it's dreaming. I think Chelsea struggle against us a lot. I think we've got a really good record in the last few years against Chelsea.
I just think, listen, whenever do our score predictions come true? I'll say this like I say every week, I couldn't give a shit what the score is as long as we win the game. That's all I'm bothered about. If it ends up 4-1 to Newcastle, I'll be a very happy man, as I'm sure every Newcastle United fan will be. But let's see how the game goes. Let's see what Newcastle United turn up tomorrow, and hopefully we absolutely hammer them. There's a lot of different scorelines in the chat, coming from, Chelsea hammering us to us hammering Chelsea. Some are going sort of draws, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Paul, do this every time, lad. Remember when he predicted us to win 4-1 against Fulham? Was it then? And he was annoyed when we won 2-1. Yeah, but we just scraped through. Wasn't a great performance.
Riser's got Rise in his name because he's trying to get a rise out of everybody.
Yeah. It wasn't a good performance against Fulham. But, tomorrow, let's see if we turn up. Hopefully we will. But that is it for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for your contributions. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we really do appreciate it as well. Thank you to the mods. You've been excellent. And, of course, thank you to Alex. Me and Billy are back tomorrow at midday for Matchday Live. Kickoff is 12:30 from St. James's Park. We have full commentary, play-by-play commentary of the game, as per usual, on Matchday Live. So if you're not at the game, join me and Billy. Turn off the sound on your telly and listen to our commentary, and we'll all watch it together if you can. Or if you are just watching this channel and you can't watch the game and just listen to our commentary, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. But we will see you tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your Friday evening, folks. And we'll see you at midday. Good night.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check on Sea Breeze.